Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be a first impressions video, first look kind of thing, at the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit. I have mine in the shade Light, and the reason why I'm doing this video now is because makeup.co.nz finally got some stock in, because this is very hard to stock because, as you can imagine, it's very popular. So this is what it looks like. From left to right, the shades are Fair, Neutral and Banana for the light shades, and then on the bottom we've got Java, Light Sculpt and Havana. I couldn't read that last one. Now I haven't really done cream contouring before, so this is going to be a first for me, but I thought I would film it for you guys so you can kind of see what to expect, how to use them, how I use them, whether it's right or wrong, just to help you guys out. So I'm going to start off by applying some foundation. Now I don't think you have to do this with these. I mean, if they matched your skin tone better, you could probably use one of them as a foundation colour, but this one is probably a little bit too light for me, and that one's far too pink and the other one's too yellow, so I'm just going to apply a regular foundation. I'm actually going to use a more sort of medium coverage one rather than full coverage, otherwise I feel like the finished result would be far too cakey and full on. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply my CoverGirl Outlast Stay Luminous foundation. I can't remember if I've raved about this to you guys yet, but it's seriously my favourite foundation of the moment. I do also have a review coming up, another very exciting foundation. I'll probably have that up next week, so do stay tuned for that. I can't tell you what it is yet because I haven't filmed the haul, but if you follow me on Instagram you know what it is. Anyway, I'm just going to do this really quickly, so I might just speed it up and overlay, and then I will be right back. Okay, so this is my entire face with foundation on. I haven't done concealer or anything. I'm probably not going to do under eye concealer because I'm going to actually brighten up under there using the Cream Contour Kit. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but we're just trying it out today. I'm going to stay at this distance from the camera. Let me know if this is too far when I'm doing tutorial videos. If you'd like me to zoom in or change the angle, let me know. Alright, so when I'm applying it, I think I'm going to use two brushes. I'm going to use a synthetic brush. This one is an XO Beauty synthetic eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to use this to actually dip into the product and apply it to my face. The reason why I want to use this is because I feel like this is going to give me really specific areas. Rather than using my blending brush, I'm not going to be able to do it as specifically, and I feel like this will pick up less product or more product, I'm not sure. But to blend it, I'm going to use my Real Techniques contour brush because this is very fluffy and it's synthetic, which means it'll work really well with creams. So I use this quite often for cream bronzer, but I've never done contouring, so we'll see how we go. Because I'm so fair, I originally thought I wouldn't be able to use any shades from this because I know there is a kit lighter than this, which I do want to get when it comes out eventually, but I'm actually surprised to say that I'm pretty sure I'll be able to use all of them except for maybe that one. Sorry about the reflection, this is a very shiny palette. With the top shades, I feel like if I'm going to apply the banana shade or the kind of like peachy pink shade, I feel like I'll have to mix it with a little bit of the white or light shade called Fair, but hopefully it'll work. So I'm just going to take a little bit of banana, just picking it up. It's actually very creamy. And I'm going to put some of that underneath my eyes. I'm going to do the big V triangle thing. I'm going to pick up quite a bit. I've already made the palette messy. Just want to see how dark this looks on me. It's actually not too bad. It's actually blending on very nicely. Same on the other eye. As I said, I don't really know what shades to use. I've never done cream contouring. I've just picked up a little bit of the Fair shade, which is the lightest colour, and I'm just going to dab a little bit of that also into that triangle. For my nose, I just want to use Fair, so I'm just going to pick up a little bit. The one place that I do kind of contour is my nose, but the way that I contour my nose is I really intensely highlight it. I don't do contour, I just do like reverse contouring, I guess. I think that's what it's called. So I just do a thick line of white or concealer down my nose and just bring it up into the brow. And then all I do is I just blend that out, keeping that on the nose, and it makes my nose look like I've contoured. I don't know if that works for everyone, but it works for me, and it makes my nose just look a little bit more straight and uniform. Taking a little bit of light, I'm also going to highlight the centre of my forehead, just because the rest of my face is going to be quite bright, so that's just going to help to even it all out. A little bit on the Cupid's bow because I've never highlighted there before. This is very creamy, almost like a balmy consistency. Okay, I kind of mistakenly blended some of it, so do excuse that. I kind of look really scary right now. For my contour, I don't know whether to take Java or Light Sculpt. Java looks a little bit darker and cooler, but Light Sculpt looks like more my shade. So I think I'm going to use Light Sculpt, which is the shade in the middle. I'm going to pick up some of that. I don't know if you can see that on the brush, but it looks very terrifying. Just going to feel out my cheekbones just to make sure I hit the right spot. I actually have moles and freckles on both sides, and that kind of tells me where my cheekbone is, so I'm just going to apply just a little bit. I don't like too much contour, so I'm only going to apply a wee bit. This probably is going to be more like a cream highlighting video because I'm too scared to do too much cream contouring. And I'm just going to put a tiny little bit up here. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it, but this is how I want to do mine. And I know some people do their creases, so why not? I'm not going to do my nose because I already have quite a thin nose. It's just really crooked from side profile. You guys probably think my nose is fine, but if you look at it on the side you can see it's got quite a big bump, so I don't like contouring it because I feel like I always do it wrong and then I accentuate the bump. So all I like to do is the reverse contouring with just a really strong highlight. I hope these don't dry fast, otherwise I'm a little bit screwed. So this is the before. This is how I've applied my cream contour. I look sufficiently crazy. Let's go ahead and blend it all out. I'm going to blend out some of it without any Fix Plus, and I'm going to try it with Fix Plus. I can't remember whether you're supposed to do highlight first, but we're going to start with the highlight. Just blend it. Wow, this is so blendable. I didn't expect it to be this blendable. It's like already blended and it took like no effort at all. And it actually does work as a concealer. Hopefully you guys can see that my under eyes are covered, so no, you don't need to use concealer first. Maybe if you had really bad under eyes you'd want to use like a corrector or something, but that's enough for my under eye area. Do you see what I mean with my nose? Like I've only done highlight, but because I did it so strongly it looks like I've contoured as well. So that was super easy. That's the highlight blended out. I'm going to go ahead and very lightly blend out the contour. I might just start with the eyes because it's bugging me. Probably should use a smaller brush for the eyes, but that's actually working. Oh wow, I like the way that looks. It just looks like a really subtle crease. Now for the cheeks. I have to blend up, right? I never do contouring, so I don't really know which way to blend. Woo! Maybe I applied too much. So obviously, as you could expect, I feel like the highlighting is more forgiving than the contouring. My contour's gone a little bit too blended, so I think I'll clean that up with the highlight in a minute. But let's blend out this side anyway and see if maybe it was just my technique. I think I might have actually just applied too much because this is too dark for me. Just blend out around my forehead. Hopefully this will help to make my foundation look as though it matches my neck, because the forehead is where we naturally tan. At least I always have a way tanner forehead. I am finding that the contour shade seems to be setting faster. Like I'm left along my forehead in particular with little sort of outlines of the contour, whereas with the highlight everything blended like instantly. I don't know whether that's because the highlight had been on my face for less time or what, but I feel like it worked better. Again, I think I've probably got a little bit too much product on my forehead. I kind of like I've got a bronze helmet, so let me just fix that. To fix that, all I'm going to do is just pat over with my foundation brush and hope that it kind of blends it out a little bit. I actually, even though I feel like my contour's gone a little bit too low and a little bit muddy, I love the overall look that it's given to my face. I am just going to go ahead and pick up the palette and I'm actually just going to go straight in with this brush and just apply a tiny little bit underneath of like the lighter colour, just the fair shade, the whitish one, just to bring it up and give myself more of a line. That's working really well, just to rein it in a little bit less crazy, and then just blend. Hopefully you can see that's like way more of a straight line. I definitely do recommend picking it up with the smaller brush, because using this I don't want to get that much product, but if you were going to apply it to your face with this, I don't think that's the way to go. I definitely think use like a sponge, like the wedge sponges or something, or like as I used an eyeshadow brush. I feel like that worked really well. Looking at it up close, you guys won't be able to see on camera no matter how zoomed in I go, because I feel like cameras don't really pick up pores and stuff, but I think it's sitting really, really nicely. It's kind of gone a little tiny bit, I think I might have blended a little bit too ferociously kind of around this area. I can kind of see some pores. But other than that, like up in here looks fine. like the upper lip looks fine. I should actually apply a little bit to my chin. I'm going to do that really quickly. It's going to take a little bit of fear. I'm actually going to apply it with my fingers this time. Why not try something else, you know? And I'm just going to dab a little bit on my chin. Just because that area looks a little bit left out in all my highlighted glory. Now I thought because I have it, why not set everything in place with the Anastasia Contour Kit in light to medium. The shades aren't identical. They don't have the same, well, Java's in that palette, but I didn't use Java. But I think I'll just use this just to set everything in place. More so my lighter shades, but I'll use it for everything. So I'm just going to apply the first 2 shades to set my highlighted areas. So under the eye, forehead, anywhere where I applied the lighter colours. Applying these, I've noticed, is getting rid of that funny texture that I was saying I had kind of like on the middle of my cheeks. So I think I have corrected that issue. Then for the rest of my face, I'm just using the light powder. I'm not using banana. I don't really like the way that banana looks on the rest of my face. I feel like it makes me look like I've got jaundice, so I just use it on the under eyes to brighten. Not gonna lie to you guys, I'm actually too scared to set my face with the contour powder, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use a regular face powder. I don't want to overdo my contour, so I'm just gonna use a face powder wherever I don't have the highlight. I feel like that's actually just softening it a little bit, which is good because I think it might have been a little bit over the top for my liking. You guys might have been like, damn, it looked really good, but I think for me it was just a little bit too much. So this is my finished first try at highlighting and contouring with creams. I hope that you guys liked it. All in all, I definitely do like the kit. I do like it. I would recommend it. I haven't tried anything else, so I can't tell you how it stands in the market. I do really like the shades. For a light kit, I feel like it would work for people kind of from my skin tone to more of like a fake tanned skin tone. I think it would still look really great on you. To be honest, it will probably look better on people that are slightly darker than me because you'd get more of a highlighted effect from the lighter shades, whereas for me, it's kind of just like a tiny bit lighter than my skin tone. There is also the Fair Kit, which isn't available in New Zealand. I will leave linked off down below on makeup.co.nz. I do think makeup.co.nz does have a darker shade of this, so if you are of a darker skin tone, I will have that one linked off down below as well. I found that everything blended perfectly. I did have a little bit more trouble blending out the contour shades, but that could have been because I waited too long. All in all, I'm really happy. I think it looks really seamless and blended. I don't know whether I've contoured correctly, but I like the way that it looks. I especially like the highlight. I feel like I'll be using the highlight more than the contour. Please let me know if you guys have any questions or tips for using this product. I haven't used it before, as you guys know, so any tips that you have that you think would help me would be really, really great. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so, so much. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful or if you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Hey everyone, today's video is going to be another best of 2015 video. Today I'm going to be showing you my favourite skincare and my favourite high-end makeup. So I thought I would do those two together because